Hey, caramba. Hey, wagon. How are we all doing? Today has been an interesting day. Today has been an interesting day. Already. It is Sunday, the 6th of August. Oh, and I've been having a fun day. No, don't me. And if I'm sounding a bit weird, Runon, and anyone else who's listening, I do apologise. My mic appears to be selectively on the fritz. And I'm basically trying to work out what I'm going to do about it. Hello everyone else, how you all doing? How's my naval invasion going? Yes, I have enough troops up there. I am chance to succeed. That should take it up to the full 100%. Oh. I haven't had lunch yet. I'm going to be ordering that today. My mum, who I think is going for sainthood, is trying to coach my sister in cooking lunch again. And seriously, they've already had roughly 2 weeks of being ill thanks to various interesting forms of cooking. I have no desire to join them in that interesting scenario, so I am leaving it be. I love my sister dearly. I'm sure she will get very good at cooking at some point. She's certainly committed herself enough effort into it. It's just, she seems to be going in a downward turn at the moment. Wow, this is... Ah! Well, that takes the naval 5 unrest. That drops unrest and increases naval prestige. That increases unrest. Naval prestige for me is pretty good amount. Unrest is pretty good. Let's see. Ooh. This, let's fight this battle. Hello, Leslie. Afternoon from the A19. Oh. That sounds not good. This doesn't look good either, let's be honest. This looks like I'm planning on being nasty to someone. I'm not. So it's Anson and... And let's see. Hedgehog is the same as those. So you go into that group, and you also go off. And everyone, you're going to be crashing into each other for the next few seconds. Bash, bash, wallops, yes. You're all nuts. Why you do this, I will never know. So we've got those at 27.4. Oh no, Hedgehog, why did you get attached? You go to that one then. Yes. That makes all sorts of sense. I don't want to look behind me right now, do I? They are going to be very brave, these heavy cruisers. I can tell it already. They are going to be brave. Not long-lived, but they're going to be brave. And I have great affection for bravery. I think it's a light cruiser. It's going as fast as it jolly well can. Might be a destroyer. Probably is a destroyer, actually. Ah, yes. That's just... Did this destroyer just get caught between, like, 7 battlecruisers? This is not good. Playing cannon hitting ships. Hello. Hello, Jacob. Hello, Ali. Hello, Leslie. It is campaign today. It is campaign. Ah, Lions, you've been subscribed for 3 months. Thank you. Let's see how fast we can find whatever light cruiser out there, and whether they can run to a run from us, because they've been spotted to the northeast. And it seems to me that my light cruiser killers are my little old battle cruisers. Let's see. Yes, I do have a battle. I do have a ship called the Enterprise. Here you go. Meet HMS Enterprise. She looks very enterprising. She's one of my first generation battle cruisers. She's a Hedgehog class. I think they're my first generation. They might be my second generation battle cruisers. I've produced so many battle cruisers at this point. So many. These are my honestly not hoods armed with 13.5-inch guns. These are my also armed with 13.5-inch guns. And also armed with 13.5-inch guns. Basically, all my battlecruisers are armed with 13.5-inch guns until they can be armed with 16.5-inch guns. Oh, good lord, who got caught? Oh! This is becoming a habit for the Americans. They're getting caught. Oh, that's nasty. All 3 light cruisers have been caught in the middle of 4 battlecruisers that side, 3 on that side. This is not nice. This is night fighting. They decided their best way is to charge the older light cruisers, battle cruisers. That's not a good scenario. They have 6 13.5-inch guns. The others might have 8, but they still have 6. And they have a lot of 6-inch guns. I mean, a lot of them. And 4-inch and 3-inch, which apparently are doing very rapid firing as well. And Chester, you are the last ship standing. Come on, you can do this, Chester. You can win this battle, even though you are quite literally going around in a circle surrounded by things firing 13.5-inch shells at you, and you have 7-inch guns. I think the battle's over. Yeah. I think the win condition with Chester will survive. Possibly, but she didn't. Okay, it looks like the French have also today chosen death as their option because we have a... Let's fight it out. Let's do this battle. Let's see what happens. Yes, before anyone asks, I am only producing 2 classes of ships currently. Battleships and battle cruisers. I haven't produced any cruisers in ages, and I should probably produce some cruisers. Just because you can't keep having everything be massive. Okay. All right. I never understood why I have to. Who's smashing into each other? Oh, Monarch, Redoubtable, stop it. Okay, here is the thing. Just because you can fire at maximum range doesn't necessarily make it sensible. And oh my god, they've sent a half-strength, mangled up battleship into a battle with me. Oh, this just makes me feel bad. Look, should I send my battle cruisers away at this point, or attack? In fact, every one of you, attack. Just everyone go in for it. Normal and normal. Blast away, people. Everyone sink their battleship, and then we'll sink their cruisers. We were going to do an actual proper fight, but then you guys turned this into a suicide run by a battleship, and frankly... Theseus, go kill. We're just doing this the old-fashioned way. We can do this the old-fashioned way. That's a half-strength battleship which can barely stand up to its own firing. Yeah, destroyers do. Well, let's be honest, the tribals were part of the A to K line for a reason. And the A to K line is the scouting part, a portion of the Royal Navy's formations. We've lost an old light cruiser. That's problematic, mainly because I haven't been building any light cruisers. But while they are focusing on trying to fight the destroyers with everything they've got, they are not doing anything about Theseus, which is coming up going, hello. The Liberty is going to be sunk shortly by Theseus. I think Theseus might actually have better armor than Theseus does have. I mean, I think Theseus might have better armor than Liberty has, I mean. I'm just looking at Liberty's armor, Theseus' armor, Liberty's armor. Yeah. No. Yeah, Liberty's gone. Liberty's gone, and now let's go after the rest of your light cruisers, because apparently they don't take the hint of, do not get in the way of my battlecruiser fleet. You are small. We are not. Now, I overworked an engine in. I am sorry to engines. But it will not be happening for much longer. And we've got a nice yard to go to in the UK. Yep, Theseus won that battle. What does A to K reference? Yes, basically it references some of the map systems that the Royal Navy produced in their formation. Did the Iron get more money out of the tribals or the didos? Value for money, I would say the tribals are pretty darn hard to beat, considering how much they cost versus a dido. But, yeah. The thing was, conversely, the didos are almost easier to build because you're justifying a small cruiser, which can theoretically do the cruiser things, but it actually can't do some of the cruiser things as well as the tribal could, because it was so cramped. Who are we fighting today? Everyone. I've lost track of who I'm at war with. Agree. Do I even bother to fight this battle? I will fight this battle, but that's mainly because battle indefatigable, I think. Little battle cruiser, I'm sure I have a little battle cruiser here. You and I will go off and do this battle. Everyone else can be part of the fleet, organising things, but, you know. So, we have light cruisers. Screen of light cruisers. Screen. And you are actually going to be the scout. Avoid your AI. Avoid. Avoid. No, hang on. No, actually not AI. Sail. You're going to be screen. And your scout. Your screen. Avoid torpedoes, please. Avoid torpedoes. You are going off on your own. Maximum speed. Come on, indefatigable. Let's go have some fun. Enemy smoke spotted to the east. And I'm heading east. At 30 knots. 32 knots. Right then, indefatigable, what are you? You're a 13.5 inch. Ah, you're one of my mini hoods. Cute. Those will be your 4-inch guns. Those are your 6-inch guns. Hang on, no, those are more 4-inch guns, aren't they? You've got 4 twin 4-inch guns, 4 twin 6-inch guns. So 8 6-inch, 8 4-inch, and 8 13.5-inch guns. Yes. Long shot. First, long shot. Highlighted meshes. Hello. Long shot. But age of sail question. What is the name of the light weather sail that can only be attached to the bottom edge of on a course, lowest square rig sail? Studded sails go to the side. Water sails go below the booms. Fore and aft sails. Ringtails go fore and aft sail. But what is the name of the one that extends the mainsail downwards? Or in which book can I find this? You can find it. Well, Kate Jameson is who you could ask best for this, but honestly, you would find this, and the book I would go to, I'm just looking for my book on, would be The Wooden Fighting Ship by Dodds and Moore. Dodds and Moore, The Wooden Fighting Ship is where it probably is. They have full things like that in there. Lots of stuff like that. I would get up and go hunting more, but I could lose Indefatigable to a stupid torpedo. Malaga, I'm going to go to Tallinn for a few days. Does anyone have any good recommendations for giving season there? I have been looking into Tallinn recently, and there are some good stuff there. I think there's a preserved ship somewhere. So, have you been forced to retire in 950 yet to end a campaign? No. But I think that is probably the point at which I am probably going to end up being forced to retire, because so far I'm doing quite well, but I have been in charge since 1890 now, so at a certain point I've been in charge for roughly 40 years. So let's go. This is effective. And this is the French light cruiser. And look at what's behind it. That is going to be a significant emotional event, just seeing that all behind you. It's low on fuel. Oh, this is not fair. Can you guys fire yet? No, you can't. Okay. End battle? Why should I end battle? I haven't destroyed him yet. And I plan on destroying him. I know you're supposed to take opponents prisoner, but I've never bothered to do that on this one. I'm not even quite sure how you do that. Offer them the chance to surrender? Well, do you think I can't see him? I know exactly where he is, and my guns are all pointing at him. Thinking, I'm surprised he didn't explode. Right, you might need to add a jingle less cruelty to small boats content warning. There is a lot of cruelty to small boats going on. Who was the longest serving Admiral in Chief, and how long was it? Probably BT. Could well have been Beatty, considering the years he was in charge for. How is that book $32.69 as an ebook and $32.72 for the hardcover? I would say that the difference is probably the sheer cost of reproducing the imagery on digital. And if it's anything like the costs of getting the imagery from IWM for me, that's extortionate cost. Unless it was BT. They're attacking Colombia. But at the same time, I think the British Army are currently working their way towards Panama. We might have to assist them in that one. After we've taken up here. Hang on, we've got a lot of submarines around here. Ooh, move submarines. Ooh. So basically, yes, I am turning up with a whole load of submarines to make their lives a little bit of a pain. Because, really, isn't that how you express your affection for someone? You turn up with submarines to cause them stress? And go, British Army, you're taking over more countries. Oh, there's a destroyer down there. Move ship. To where? Does this fleet need any support? There's nothing in the Rochelle. That's a flying force. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. Yeah, I think I have enough ships wandering around. Let's go with go check on the research. Well, we want new boilers. We want our boilers upgraded. We want the speed that comes with that. Armor forging 1 month. Yeah, we'll leave that all up where it was. Always use Malta to swarm the Mediterranean with submarines. It's a great place to base submarines from. Oh, a second-hand hardcover is £12. That's not a difficult choice. No. This should be fun. Withdraw from that. Right. I've got 12 ships building, 3 ships repairing. How many ships are building for me? He says, wanting to check. Ah yes, I've got those. They are 34 months till they're completed. These are the new Lord Nelson class battleships. Let's go check Lord Nelson class battleships just to remind ourselves what they look like. Oh yeah, they're those! So let's see, that's 9 16.5-inch guns, I think. Pitch is kind of high. I'd like to reduce the pitch of it. Let's see, can I refit them at all? Don't think I can get my draft down any lower. 30 knots of speed is pretty darn good. 18.5-inch thick belt, that should be interesting. Main deck 8 inches thick. So yeah, they're pretty heavily armoured. And they're 16.5-inch 49 caliber guns. So yeah. Let's go check. What a humble way to saying I've designed so many of these I've nearly forgotten which is which. Hey look, these haven't been in service yet. Let's see, what am I over capacity? I think I'm building a lot for my allies. I'm building a lot of ships for my allies at the moment, if I remember correctly. We'll go look at that and see what's constructed for the allies, because I think I'm constructing a lot of them. Jacob, the £12 option, what's 35 for shipping? Sorry, couldn't resist that, but yeah, that's welcome to my world. Fleets in construction. I think we can see. Oh, we've got Northumberland, a Hercules class in construction for Portugal. We've got a Warrior favourite, Hampshire in construction for Portugal's got 3 ships under construction. Netherlands has got 1. Oh, we've got some brand new. Oh, Hampshire class. I forgot about you. You're in Portsmouth and Bombay. Oh, I forgot you'd come into service. I'm so sorry. Where are you? Plymouth. Oh, look at you. Okay, we're going to move ships and we're going to go have a conversation with someone. Who wants to fight my new battle cruisers? That's a whole new song for me. Who wants to fight my new battle cruisers? They've only got... Let's see, what's I got? Hang on, again, I need to go check this one. They're Hampshire 2s, right? View. Ah, yes. Oh, yeah! They're my super duper hoods! 19-inch main belt. Let's see. Main deck 8.3 inches. I forget what their top speed is. 36 knots. And they're armed with 16.5-inch guns. Yeah. I've got 8 of these now. Oh, yeah. On 48,485 tons. Also, they are armed with, I think it's 18 6-inch guns. Yeah. No 4-inch. Most of my allies keep trying to buy my new ships. I was gonna ask. Often mentioned aircraft like Son of Hornet, Son of Tomcat, and what Son of Hood or Son of Travel look like. But using to preemptively answer that one. Didn't you get the press to help you get? No, I never order in a batch of less than 8 ships on here. Because that means I have 4 based in Plymouth, but I just remembered I have 4 based in Bombay. So, who am I at war with again? I'm at war with the French. I'm at war with the Americans. So I'm at war with France and America. Okay. Let's go to politics. Let's do a naval invasion. Shall we do a naval invasion? Are we doing a naval invasion? Yeah, that's like it. Shall we do another invasion of Shoes Province? We can't invade anywhere else of America at the moment. Okay. So France, naval invasion. Choose province to invade. Djibouti. Northern Algeria or Djibouti? Djibouti. Now, the reason I went for Djibouti is because, if I'm not mistaken, Djibouti is there. And the thing is, I have these 4 coming across. And, oh, we should send them destroyers to escort them, shouldn't we? So you'll have 4 destroyers with you as well. And, we've got an old battleship with 8 16.5-inch guns. Old battlecruiser. Can we move that? We can't. I think it's being repaired or something. It's being upgraded. I wonder who that is. I've got there. I do not know when I got that. Honestly, there are parts of this game which I completely forget, because I apparently conquer countries and I completely forget about it. It's terrible, really. Oh, okay. The French appear to be abandoning their own states now at the moment. Who am I at war with? I'm at war with America and I'm at war with France. And it's not going well for either of them. Oh. Let's just see what happens. That's disturbing. It's amazing how the auto can be interesting on that one. Ooh, fight. And Djibouti. That should be enough force to do that. And if we take Djibouti off the French, well, then we have even more control. Oh, we've taken this one off. So, shall we see if we can do more control over the Americans? Can we do another naval invasion of America? No. Okay. Fine. U-10 battlecruisers are going to go down to... Where should we go down to? Where is the largest American port in this area? Pensacola and Tampa. And Miami. You will go there. And you, Tampa as 54,000 tons, 47. So you guys will go to Tampa. But basically ruining the American economy. Now, what else was I going to do? Oh yes, I have 4 more battle cruisers sitting in Plymouth that I need to use for something. And they're my 4 best battle cruisers. Ah, cute. What do I want? Do I want any of their fleet? Not particularly. But I can take... Do I fancy any of the light cruisers or anything like that? Nope. Okay. Oh, they're my old torpedo boats. Oh, they can fight and die. Withdraw. That's what we call a battle time, and I'll fight that one myself just for the hell of it. Excuse the French. Oh, forgot. You're this type of battleship. You guys can go 30 knots. Screen. Screen. Scout. Instead of Indefatigable being able to rush ahead of them, as she normally does, these are actually capable of doing for nearly 30 odd knots. Basically, I was going through a phase of wanting to see how fast my battleships could go, and making fast battleships before anyone else had those. We thought the Admiral Clark cared. Admiral Clark does care, but in the nicest way. The odds of those two torpedo boats winning was low. The chance of them actually hitting something and causing a lot more damage than they were worth, that was higher. So on that side, you have 3 battleships which can each do 30 knots coming up, and 2 heavy cruisers on this side. Or you have coming up right behind you at the moment, doing 32 knots, a battlecruiser. I don't really care much about the maximum speed. I care about the maximum good long-range firing speed. And for these, it's 24 knots. This is why I do like the all-forward firing arrangement, because then I've not got guns doing that. These ships are maximum of, we don't care what your oceans look like, we're going there. We're now in 4-inch range. How close are we? Indomitable is not long for this world. The rate of fire is truly interesting at the moment. And now we carry on to find the next one, because frankly, once Indomitable's sunk, we're not really bothered about them. All forward is the way to go in this game. It is definitely a good policy in this game. Once you've got the properly all forward designs to build, the trouble is this ship doesn't seem to realise because it's running away, it's actually running towards them. It's come with a cunning wheeze, certainly, but I'm not sure it's that much of a cunning wheeze. Its maximum speed is 18 knots. My battleships have a 30 knot top speed. This is not a good scenario for it, and it's got a battle cruiser striking it down, which has a top speed of 33 knots. Not quite double its speed, but, you know, enough that, frankly, torpedo should miss me. Yeah, it does. I will end battle when he's sunk, not before. Leon and Indomitable are sunk. I tried to standardise my turrets because I think it's better for long range fire and production. So I tend to have all triples or all twins, or if I can, all quads or quads. Let's not fight that one. Oh, look at all these ships I have here. Oh, Italy. This was not a good idea for you. Oh. Oh, that's fine. We'll leave those there. You are going to blockade Marseille. You're blockading them, and we're going to go to do some diplomacy because I think obviously something's going wrong in our diplomacy because yeah, we're now at war with far too many people. Improve relations. Improve relations with the United States, yes. Definitely improve relations with the United States. I preferred not to have a war with them in the first place. Ooh. Move to go to there. And Fort de France. I'll send you all down as well. I know I should be dividing fleets up about now, but I don't feel like it, and in nicest way, for dealing with the Italians, I have These gentlemen. They're going to come out, and it's Naples. Which is their biggest city? Which is their biggest port? They all have. They're going to all have submarines in, aren't they? Yes, they are. They're all going to have submarines, so we need to pick up some destroyers on our way through. Ship design. Let's go see what the research is at. Take that off. That off. Internals protection we're going to add on. Speed size sounds lovely, but I don't need it at the moment. Submarine hulls always sound good. But let's go to rangefinders. And let's go to ship design, and let's go new design, destroyer. I'm keeping with them. Let's go to destroyer hull. Or modern light cruiser. Can I build a modern light cruiser like I would a destroyer? Let's go for 40 knots. Okay, tower is needed. $36. Okay. So what is making her quite so unstable? Why is pitch and roll quite so high? So, let's go see what we can do again. Let's start it again and find out what is the problem with the light cruiser hull from the get-go. Why does it merely go completely unstable? So, roll goes up to 25 at this point. Pitch down to 19%, roll at 25%. So, it's a fairly stable vessel at this point. Right. So it's my funnels. Funnels are affecting. Look! It's basically, if I have no funnels, I'm fine. The moment I have funnels, hi, McDavitt. It's really weird. I can do everything else to this ship. Ay, caramba. Everything else. Full weight offset. Now, let's see if we can't fix this issue. We've got starboard weight offset 5%. What is causing the extra weight on the starboard side? Can anyone see anything on the starboard side which is different placement to the port side? No, all appears right. So 4.4% overweight. Okay, so we now have full weight offset by 0.1%, but we now have a huge torpedo armored. We want to have our 6-inch guns range as high as possible. Secondary guns, 4-inch. Again, the roll goes up, but if we up the main belt by enough to make it 6 inches, there you go. We now have a very much a torpedo cruiser. And what's the name they've picked for this design? And I prefer to have standard quarters rather than cramped. Oh, that means I'm going to have to do some figuring out of the weight issue. And I'd rather those were up by 50% as well, so I must make it all in and work out how much weight do I have to lose. Oh, no, it's just a mere 7 tons over. What can we do to drop 7 tons? 7 tons. Conning tower it is. Perfecto. And what's the design named? At the moment, Cardiff class. Oh, we'll leave it as the Cardiff class. Or we could, as she fought so bravely. Chester. And let's go to this system. I'm leaving the mine rails. The funnel's set where the engines are. I know, but it's they then make it to have a top weight issues. So let's go down here, and we've got to do some building ships. Do we want to build 6? No. This should make the point when they enter the service. Especially as they are the Chester class. They're all about securing what we have, really. Definitely securing what we have. Yeah, we captured New York. No, basically my policy is everywhere will be mine. You know, nicest way, I am not mucking around. I want it all. I haven't been going massively on the offensive here, this thing, because honestly, I find it more effective to take some key places and leave the rest to be taken in the treaties. Well, there's the phrase, we're just protecting what we have, bring to mind images of Mel Brooks' portrayal of a certain mustachio gentleman. Probably because it does. And let's be honest, I have rather a lot to protect. So I'm up to Bilbao. Cadiz. Helvetia. Ponta Delgado. No, just building enough. Well, you see, some people actually do still like to fight me. I'm never quite sure why, but they do. And I just go, I'm cranking out 128 cruisers because I can. In the middle of a war where I am fighting everyone. admittedly, I have quite a large amount of places I have to protect, and so this is one of the reasons why I am cranking out so many, because I just remembered that I haven't done a protection class in a while. I've just been concentrating on my offensive units and just going, yeah, I can take that, I can take that. Well, you need to protect some of the stuff. Slowly getting through them all. There's a lot of places to put them in. I wish there was an auto-stacking one and I could just spread this around the entire frigating empire. But, no. You can't do that. You have to do this manually. But, in good news, this does mean that I will have them everywhere. You turn up to a British port, you will find light cruisers sitting in there. Where other people have destroyers, I have light cruisers. I haven't even got through all of the places yet, and so far I am still putting them in. Let's see. I've got to St George's. I've got a long way to go. A long way to go. Trinidad's Port of Spain, of course. Should I order another 64? No, let's go with that being enough of them. I am currently building 8 battleships and 128 light cruisers, repairing 6 ships and refitting 8 more. I would hate to think how much I am over in terms of over my capacity. Yeah. But my active fleet is like only 311 ships. And I'm at war with France. And I'm not at war with Germany, strange enough. I'm not at war with Japan, I will have that. War with Italy. They have 34 ships. Really should work on France's fleet, because they have 197 ships, and they're quite a lot of them light cruisers. Whereas I have very few light cruisers. I really don't have that many. I'm going to have a lot of light cruisers in about a couple of years. Oh, if you don't select places, it just list dumps them. Okay. One in each place. Agree to a peace treaty. Always agree to a peace treaty, and we'll fight that battle. There's some somebody to get sunk by my battleships. Oh, I'm gonna fight this one. Auto resolve. Okay. Draw. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 battle cruisers versus a battle cruiser armed with 10.5-inch guns. I'm not sure if any of these are packing less than 13.5-inch guns, but maybe. Fight, auto resolve. Victory, yes. How did we lose a battle cruiser in that one? Oh, I'll fight this one, and I will fight this battle myself. It's necessary. It's necessary sometimes to order a lot of ships. Oh! Oh! It's you! I didn't realise it was you, this group. Okay, we are signing abreast. We are under AI control, and oh, happy days! You're on follow, are you? No, you can be on your AI own, go off and have fun scenario. Enjoy, have a fun time. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. So, yeah, this is what's sailing towards them. We have Empress of India, we have Africa, we have London, and we have Victorious. No, no, just keep going straight forward. There's no point in going to the side. Unless you're going to form line ahead, then you go to the side. Okay. Once you're in a position to form line ahead, then you go to the side. Secondary's just having fun now. Basically, they are sacrificing their destroyers to try and give their crews enough time to engage me. My plan is to drive my battle cruisers straight through their destroyers. I'd like you to come this way. You keep diving off that way, battlecruiser. I want you to go straight through them. So I want you to come up this direction. As fast as you like, but preferably at full speed. It's either that or I drive my battleship straight through them at full speed, and I don't think I'm supposed to do that. That's just being mean. It's bad enough what they're doing as it is. These did not have enough 6-inch guns on them. I remember wanting more. But they do have very good fields of fire for their 16.5-inch guns, which does give them a certain advantage when it comes to engaging things which are annoying them. There is nothing in this area which is a battlecruiser. Not a single thing is a battlecruiser. That is a destroyer and some... That is a lot of light cruisers, but there's not a battlecruiser amongst them. I'd say it's mathematical. It's a part of the log from the smoke because the way it adapts to things. Are you damaged? Because you're just going round and round in circles. Do you think she's damaged? Because she's not going in a straight line anywhere. Or do you think it's there's a computer glitch going on and not allowing me to control her? I think that's it. Okay, boys and girls. It looks like it's going to be battleship to the rescue, so which one of you I'm going to take off and do my murderous charge? Emperor of India, you are going to detach from your battle squadron. Actually, no. London. It's you. Right then, London. You're with me. Because I can control you. Now this is what I wanted to do my battlecruiser at a slightly higher speed than this one is going. But London is proving the fast battleship concept as we speak. She's also scaring the bejesus out of them. Oh. Now that torpedo is... should I start turning to avoid it? I will do. Just to, you know, let it go past. Now you have to remember, these ships do have a tremendous amount of armour on them. You are not designed to withstand 16.5-inch fire. It's good you're trying today. Right then, my friend, have you sorted yourself out now? You have. That is good. I want you to go and find him. Both on avoid torpedo stats. Automatically. And I want you to go join up. And that should be enough firepower on one side. And this should be enough firepower on the other side to squash them in the middle. And that is slowly what's happening. Look at this brave destroyer. Brave, brave destroyer. I have great faith that the Phantasassin is going to die. By the way, how's the microphone doing? Because it keeps mucking around for me in recordings. HMS resistant to being controlled, yeah. Oh, frick. Honestly, if something was firing 16.5-inch, 13.5-inch, oh, hang on, there's 16.5-inch shells from these. In one of these, I would be very, very worried. Take one look at the 16.5-inch shell coming towards me and think, I need to be in a different career. And I'd say it's sunk. It's gone, yeah. You go off under your own steam and do that. You... Full speed, please. Come back in this direction. What are you two getting up to? Oh, no, it's just London on her own still. London, resistance is coming to assist you. Not sure how much... Seriously, how many times have you driven straight through the middle of them now? At a certain point, London, it becomes harassment. Or just being evil. Empress of India and Lion are coming up to do this. Empress of India and Africa are coming to do this now. This is just, no attached, detached jingles yet. Oh, that's good. I had to say I've been naughty. I have ordered another mic because I've got so fed up trying to record with it, keep attaching and detaching and causing all sorts of issues, and I can't see the problem. I've replaced the cable, and that hasn't fixed it. It seems to be. I'm wondering what's happened to it, if something's hit it or something, but I can't think of anything. I've got to rebuild the boom system, but the trouble is the boom system doesn't like it on this particular desk. Not with the two screens. You can go on to AI control. And you can come off AI control, and I'm going to do something really naughty with you. Full speed, please, both of you. Make sure you're doing the most accurate speed. You two are going to do the dividing speed, because now we've got them there. There is a ship, a destroyer probably over there. That was with one salvo from HMS London. Basque La Palme, I was thinking. We're now doing what we call dividing the flock. The boom to the monitor arm. I don't have a monitor arm. I don't have a double stand for my monitors or anything like that. I am starting to wonder whether I'm going to have to put something in like that. But also, there's a sort of level of what space do I have? Oh! That was supposed to be on auto-avoid torpedoes. That's annoying. You cost me a battleship. System is blooming annoying. I know we'll now have to build a London-class battleship, a new ones, but we'll leave that to one side. Yes, I am individually hunting down the light cruiser which just sunk HMS London. No, you are not going to get resistance with that torpedo malarkey. I'm not going to trust the avoiding torpedo settings on the computer anymore. Obviously, there are some glitches going on. Gone. Right then, I think there's one on their own up there. Maximum speed, let's go deal with it. I'll have to look into it, see if I can't get a double monitor stand, etc. But the thing is, that would result in more desk space, which would be useful. The French torpedoes are as good as ever. Hang on. Need to up the rate of fire on my main guns. Get the kind that can be bolted down. I was considering getting this is the question, because you see I have a very nice old desk which I use. So it's what do I want to do as my options for bolting it down and sorting it all out. It needs to be done properly if I'm going to do it. I'll probably look into it in September time, because I've got a very busy August ahead of me. And while September, I'll be travelling around enough, sitting in hotel rooms probably often enough while driving around the country, facilitating the family gathering. That is going to be the event of the year of my mother and her twin sisters, my aunt, birthday party. 21 again, of course. That I'll probably have time during that one of those evenings to go to figure it out. You maximum speed. Go join up with Victorious. And because Victorious can protect you. She might be damaged, but she can protect you. And where are the other two? You two go to there. Maximum speed at the moment. Let's see if we can't. I don't want to lose another ship today. I lost one due to torpedoes. I'm not losing another one due to torpedoes. One was due to my own stupid mistake. The other one was due to me relying on the computer to do its job. I think I can sink the Intrepid a bit more. Oh, did you think you were going to get my battle cruiser? No, you're not getting resistance. You're getting Empress of India and Africa, who are going to blast you because of what you did to their sister London, who had probably taken a few too many times by charging straight through the middle of you, but still, that doesn't give you. Just because she's been treating you as if you're ineffectual and ignoring you completely, doesn't mean that you should be rude to her. And sink her. The classic car event was cancelled. I'm sorry to hear that. They're usually pretty fun, as a rule. I think both those destroyers decided to consider life was better to be elsewhere. Ah, that's where the... Good thinking, Alex. Avoid torpedoes, but also turn the ships into a position where they can avoid the torpedoes. I know, I just complimented myself. Yeah, ship handling decisions by the AI is... Now, I hear we have a cruiser out on its own somewhere. Oh yes, there it is. Now, you were going to all box off my battle cruiser on its own, right, if I remember correctly? I'm going to do the same to your light cruiser in front of you. Basically going to go charging through here at full speed, which isn't quite as fast as you can do, but is fast enough that you don't want to get... You can't really box me in. They do need more 6-inch guns, don't they, those ships? They do. I think that's the problem with the class. They don't have enough secondaries. That is definitely a problem with this class. Not enough secondaries. They're an interesting class to have, but I need to work on their secondaries. Basically, I need to up their 4-inch guns to an extent, I think. She's starting to look better and starting to recover. We do want these ones on avoid torpedoes. And this is also why we like to have, why it's always good to have a whole host of your own destroyers with you. Because then you just chuck them into the fight and they just, while they're having a destroyer battle, your battleships get to pick them off, basically. But you do need those light cruisers, you do need those destroyers, and I haven't been building them. That's my strategic failure. I've been so happy building battle cruisers and battleships, I forgot that I can end up in dirty little fights like this and need to really be short of light cruisers. And if I'd had a dozen or so light cruisers here, this battle would be very different. Yeah, I can see why they're claiming it's a defeat. That's annoying. I ended the battle for starters. That's 36,000 tons, 15.6-inch gun. That's 54,000 tons, 16.5-inch gun. That should be okay. How was that a loss? What did I lose? I lost a load of destroyers. Again, AI. Should have been at least a draw, if not a win, but no. Right, let's see. Victoria Louise, which was a Prince Albert class heavy cruiser, versus Basson. Yep. Right then, so we need to get wherever this fleet is. Hello. Not doing that one. Let's see. All good. All good. They're doing okay. Okay, okay. All they're doing okay. How naval invasion going? 60%, 7% chance of victory. That's not high enough, frankly. Refit, 96% complete. Refit, 55% complete. Where should we take of Francis? Over here. And a couple of destroyers. I can design a self-escorting battleship, and I probably will design a self-escorting battleship. Because that is the point of the game. I basically need to make sure the game there is enough secondary guns on my ships to engage the relevant threats. Which is always fun. It's always fun. Right, I'll be playing till about 5 o'clock today, my time, because that should give me enough time to order some food. And yeah, just fight. Okay, right then, let's run this battle. Thetis has turned up again, and this time she is not getting away. Okay, so pause. Minotaur can do 27 knots. You go into that one. New Zealand can do 32 knots. You go into that one. Anyone can do 32.3 knots. You go into that one. Tiger. So yeah, I have linked them all up together. All the right ones in the right groups. Ah, fetus. It's all fun. One of the books I actually read when yeah, I think I've read that out loud, but yes. There are some books going to diversification is quite normal. It doesn't yet work in the game mechanics of UAD, but they're getting there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can find it. Doesn't look a particularly new battle cruiser to me. Top speed 23.6 knots. That's not good. That is not very good at all. They're best for long-range fire. We're just going to pummel on the speed again. Just keep pummeling on the speed. So they can't get away. And because you see, one of the things I have learned about this game is that unlike Admiral BT at Jutland, your ships are able to share targeting coordinates with their other ships. So as long as they're in range of those ships' guns, and these ships are getting ever closer, giving more and more precise targeting information to them, they will do long-range bombardments. And yes, there is an HMS New Zealand here. Second in line of the battle fleet coming from battle cruisers coming from this direction is HMS New Zealand. It works out quite well, the destroyers to scout and the battleships to fire. So they are... I think Thetis will be gone shortly. Low on fuel. This does not look like a good position to be for the light cruiser to be in. Not a good position for the light cruiser to be in. And there's now a destroyer just going, I'm not here. I'm really not here. I'd really prefer not to be here right now. Everyone just ignore me. I am going away at very high speed, as far away from all of you as I can. But no. That's not going to work. It's very rare you use battlecruisers to hunt down destroyers, but you know. Missed that. I missed them. Managed to avoid torpedoes that time. It's important. If I get hit by enough torpedoes, I might actually validate the Juna coal. That would be horrific. We have gained control of Djibouti. Now, what shall we do with you guys? Politics, naval invasion. Sardinia. Oh, let's go for Sardinia because we can. And because you all will be coming through. To... where can I have you gather? I don't know I'm big enough. Tripoli? No. Okay. Sardinia. Politics, finances, that's doing that. Research is doing fine. Anything I want to push into research, upgrade. Mines, I wouldn't mind upgrading. And maneuver warfare. I'm only going to have one naval invasion on the books at this point. That's going to be strange. See, there's technically less fast, less powerful battleships, but they do have the advantage of having more 6-inch guns. What do the Chinese ships look like in this game? Mostly British ships, because I keep selling them ships and then beating them up. But also, they bought some off the French. So, battlecruiser. They are my old war battleships. Ooh. They really are old. They need to be repaired. Really need to be repaired. Yes, there could well be kids you can hear in the background. There are some children playing in the various gardens around me. It's always nice for that to be happening. There were also some kids going up the bridle path not far from me earlier. It's actually quite a sunny day in this part of the Surrey. Why would you end the battle at this point? I haven't yet begun to take him out. And he's only got an 18 knot advance speed, so frankly... Why do you keep doing this? Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to come this way. I want you to come this way. And I want you to come this way. I want you to chase them, okay? I wonder if I could make you follow the enemy. No, Arun, that's not slightly non-obscure, but does Britain EU freight rail make the monster 3 mile plus trains that seem to be causing issues stateside? Or have your union's government bodies been able to cut that problem off before it's started? I'm printing out 128 light cruisers, Cameron? Pretty much no. We don't have the problem with 3 mile long trains because mainly we don't need them. We tend to run at a slightly greater frequency, slightly higher speed, slightly fewer carriages or trucks. And as Cameron said, the UK isn't. It's not sure it's old. It's just it's got a lot of bends in it. Even high-speed rail in the UK is going to have more bends in it than most others do, because of the nature of building in the UK. That 650 meters is not a UK EU harmonised, and also remember, it's a case of it fits, but it fits on trains which are using 650. If I remember correctly, is the one which is harmonised for trains which are running on the Deutschbahn or connected with the Deutschbahn and integrated. If I remember correctly, I think it's something like that. So yes, it is harmonised to an extent EU-wide, but it's not harmonised to an extent in the UK. We do have trains which sometimes exceed that, but very rarely. And the ones which exceed it are all, if I'm not mistaken, power station fuel trains. Yeah, it's going to sound strange, but it does. In the UK, there is slightly more authority for certain organisations than they have, slightly more teeth than they do in America. Well, that's 13.5-inch guns. Fudge. Thank God, torpedo dud. This range is no way I avoid the torpedoes. How do I put it? Sort of in terms of the British structures. One of the interesting facts, discussion points I've dealt with recently was to do with the Bank of England, and it was actually felt that the Bank of England and British control over financial matters in terms of banking, when it became more specified and there was greater amount of regulation introduced by government, the actual influence of the Bank of England to deal with problems and to limit and to manage institutions actually reduced, because where there was the lack of theoretical regulation, lack of actual physical written document. There was a lot of soft power regulation in that they could go, we don't like this, stop it, or we talk to the government and the government will put in regulation. And that will impact a lot more than X, Y, and Z. I'm losing a lot of ships damaged by mines. Now, of course, it didn't always work, and for serious points, you did need, and you can all guess this one. You did need to bring in others to do the regulations. You did need to bring in the regulatory authorities. However, it was quite a powerful system. Now, we still have that to extent on the modern railways in the UK, because to an extent, and I will say this is to an extent, the British government still does operate that scenario where the railways have a theoretical scenario of system of control, and they have a realistic scenario of control whereby if a train company causes too much trouble, their network rail can have interesting actions can be taken. There can be issues with you doing what you necessarily want to do. And this can cause a lot of trouble. For you and your ability to do things you want to do. So, yeah, it's rather a strange scenario because there's still a lot of informal things going on. Our sort of horses are well, tunnels are not sized, but no, that's the whole railway. That two horses behind are not. It's entirely a myth. It is entirely a myth, and actually, in the nicest way, standard rail is, especially modern standard rail, was adapted. It was changed so many times in its creation that it's definitely not that. Brunel went for broad gauge, and actually that would have been better if we'd actually standardised on broad gauge. Then that would have been allowed for a far faster, better, longer term network. But the Robert Louis Stevenson went for standard gauge, and standard gauge originally was actually, I think, 4 inches narrower than it is now. Mostly the issue with our tunnels and on tunnels is actually their height, not their width, in terms of European compared to European counterparts, which is why we don't have double-decker trains, mostly. And platforms is platform length, and that's because our platforms were built horrendously. Southern France is now being well and truly blockaded. Where is this one, Bellerophon? Where is Bellerophon operating from? She's apparently in the Western Mediterranean. And happy to... Ah, yes, move ships. No, Bellerophon's in battle? No. No, I'm not using any of those ships. If they're not going to be used in the convoys, I'm not going to do any of the convoy options. Strike. Mm-hmm. That's a light cruiser. Fight. Auto-resolve. That should be a win, but you know. Yeah. Naval invasion is going okay. Finances okay. Research going okay. Ooh, control station. Wouldn't mind. What are you going to produce for me? Oh, yes, we want that. We want that as soon as possible. Anything else you want as soon as possible in up here? No, so we'll get rid of you. Get rid of you. Stick you back on rangefinders and just see what comes up. Yes, the standard Dutch Intercity is a double-decker. And that's rather nice and cute. But yes, the British ones are not. They're single-deckers. And that affects a lot of the operation. I'm not even sure if high-speed rail is being... high-speed rail, HS2, etc. that line is being actually spec'd to take double-deckers. I would hope it is, but I haven't... From all the stuff I've seen, I'm not 100% sure it is. How's that going? That's interesting. Let's see. Move ships to reinforce here. No, all fine. So I have several 100,000 tons of warship there. Yeah. Defense class. Favourite. Oof. No, I don't fancy them doing that. let's see. How are the rest of my operations doing around the world? Politics. Naval invasion of France. Can I do a naval invasion of France? And where can I invade? Oh yeah, I can. Ooh, all sorts of places I can invade. I can invade Corsica, Tonkin, French Antilles, French Guiana. Right. Let's just check the world. Now, what are these? French Antilles! Yes, we're going to invade the French Antilles. I'm fairly sure I have enough weight of tonnage out there to do it. If I don't, I'll send more. Mostly because I'm just enjoying taking over the entirety of the Caribbean. It's always good to have a good place to go on holiday. Okay, now, no double deck on nature through plans I've seen for at least the proposed extension to central Scotland. That will never happen, as part of it's on the old network and goes under existing bridges without alteration. Hmm. Um. I'm sure I had two fleets here, but I appear to have combined into one. That's annoying, but not unproblematic. And you can all move to there. Yes, you can. And that should be enough tonnage turning up. But if it's not, let's see if we can find any more. Any more tonnage around here at all? Mm-hmm. That's just repairing. That's all. Well, that's all I've got up there and out there. Anything else I want to send? No. Nothing sitting in Rosyth and Scapa Flow, Sunderland, Hull, Yarmouth. Nope. All busy. All my fleets are busy. That's a shame. Hang on. I just remembered I have fleets all over the frigating place. Yeah, I knew I had you somewhere. Oh, we're sending a whole load of light cruisers and destroyers to back up. Yeah, it's fun. Hang on, do I have anything sitting down here? I do. I have a destroyer. You can go up to there. Yes, you can. I have some weird. I have ships in some weird places. Sometimes I have to remind myself where exactly I have ships. I don't have random fleets sitting up on the eastern seaboard up here, do I have? Oh, I took Dutch Harbour? Of course I did. Keep forgetting where I have. Oh, this is embarrassing. Yeah, chance to succeed. 100%. We'll take that. Move ships. Lots of convoy battles going on. Submarine battle. Fight. Auto-resolve it. Sink all of them. Naval invasion is underway. Excellent. Yes, I was sending light cruiser Chester class everywhere. Yes, but it's so much nicer to claim to be Dutch rather than German. And let's be honest, it's kind of like the Austrians have successfully persuaded everyone that certain major figures from history are German rather than Austrian. It's like a lot of places have marketed themselves as Dutch rather than German, because Germany in the 20th century managed to give itself a bit of a bad name a couple of times over. We are now allied with Germany. Hannibal, Jupiter. Oof. I think I'll make this an auto fight because I think they can win it. Yeah. Ooh. Withdraw. Okay. Auto resolve. Withdraw. Oh, that reminds me, I was going to design a new battleship, which I'm going to do before I finish today. I'm going to design a new battleship for winning convoys. Where's the remaining fleet? Lots of ships repairing over there. All repairing again. I don't want you in battle attacking convoys. I want you to do what I'm asking you to do. Now, I just reinforce down there enough to make sure that victory happens. That's got a 62% chance of success, and we've got a lot of ships joining into it, so yeah, this should be good. So let's get a ship design. It comes from the from Deutsch. Actually, well, you know, as I was only half joking, or rather, I wasn't actually. I was actually being part of, pretty to an extent serious when I said it has a factor in marketing, because how you choose to translate things can be very good depending on your perspective. A large number of the people who were expanding empire were in no way, shape, or form the Scots, just English and Welsh. They were, yeah. It's one of those things. It comes up a lot, but it's, yeah. Make them as survivable as physically possible. And and we'll see what we can do with the rest when we get the chance. So I want to have a standard superimposed barbette, I think. Right then, so, and yeah, it's a case of, sorry, got distracted by building shit there. The amount of effort which is put into sometimes to making these things history of, the idea that the Scots weren't involved in making the British Empire. A large number of them were. There's always the thing that comes up going, oh, yes, it's why the British are sending Scottish regiments just because it gets them out of Scotland. Well, also because Scots were usually quite healthy, quite fit, and quite happy to serve. It was a good way of earning money. And I know this because my family are a classic example. They'd go anywhere to fight anywhere. They literally did. Everything to give them the longest range they possibly can have. So we'll see how heavy this all gets, and then we'll work out what we're going to do from there. So if I take that down to 26, and ship is overweight. If I leave it like that, that's good. That doesn't help pitch. If I take it down to double, that doesn't help move weight much, but if I take that down to 3, Bobette's down to 5, and down to 4, reinforced bulkheads down to 1, anti-flood down to 2. Right then. I need to put in some secondaries. So we want them all to be the maximum. Basically, I'm designing this ship with the idea of it being fundamentally something nothing wants to fight. That's going to be 4.5-inch guns, and that's going to be 16.5-inch guns. So, that's probably going to require me to adapt these a bit. Half weight offset now 28%. So, move that forward, move that forward. Move that forward. Now, let's go if we can go to a standard bar bet. Main guns, centerline, 16.5-inch. Secondary, 6-inch. And a 4-inch gun, 4.5-inch triples. Yeah, let's give them some of those. Can we get a twin in? If we can't get a triple, no. Half weight now 6.6. Let's see what we can do with everything else, shall we? That is the basic name of the game. Ooh, that gives us some weight savings. Geared turbines. I am 7,000 tons overweight. My half weight is massively overweight. So what can do? What can we do? We've got, I don't know. Take that down to 20 knots. Ooh, pitch is now at 34%. You're right. Increase the pitch, increase the speed, the pitch goes up. This is a new Queen Elizabeth class. Okay, so we can't build something of 70,000 tons apparently, which is annoying. Because I think in this period I could have built something of 70,000 tons. But what should I get rid of? Now that takes me down some weight. I have a feeling there are not many ships which would like to fight this thing in a fight. Now, full weight 6.7%, engine efficiency 74.2. You're not overweight. I got that. If we took that down to 28 knots, does that increase things or make things worse? Doesn't make things worse. Doesn't make things worse, does it? Take that down to 16. Put that up to 16. Take that down to 6. Put it up to 6. Aft deck down to 4. Foredeck. Aft belt down to 6. We're getting close to balancing this ship. That'll do. So now I need to work out how I can increase overall strength of the ship. What can I do? What can I do to increase? If I take that down to that, that gives me an extra 1,000 tons to play with. I can up that to 9 inch to 9. It's going to have that effect. And I can up this to a fairly large level. I am using the idea of reducing the range a bit, yes. 38.6%. Still, it's pitch. It's pitch which is the problem. So that's 2.6%, that's okay. Give me that. What else can I do? Diesel power. I've got turbo electric. Ooh, but that's increased the weight up to 74,000. Geared turbines keeps the weight limit in the required area. Gives me 28 knots of speed, which is enough that I'm happy with it. That gives me some more weight to play around with, which is useful, because that will just go straight into upping this. Still, pitch is too high. I've got semi-auto for the shells. If I could take that down to enhance, does that have an effect? Gives me some more weight to play with, but not really enough to really justify it. Electrical, oh, better. If I go for standard, that doesn't really give me anything, does it? I can launch this class. No. Let's go to hull, let's change to the modern battleship hull and see what we can do with the modern battleship hull. Let's see what we can do with this, because it's theoretically, this cannot go as heavy as that. Max optimal speed 22 knots, max optimal speed 32 knots, so yeah. I start off with triples. All this at maximum. We'll start it off with all at maximum, and then we can work it down if it does make sense. If we can get it all through at maximum, we're happy. If we can't, then life happens. Beam, we want it as chunky as possible. Want it as shallow draft as possible. I want 28 knots will do. That'll do. Standard barbette. quite happy with 9 earlier, so we'll keep with 9. We'll do those guns now, so we have them factored in. We want that to be about 16, but we also want that to be about 16. We want the main belt to be about 16. Leave that there, that goes to that one, that goes to that one, because that's also out of maximum range. Standard. And super heavy, because that gives us maximum range and increased. So, take that down to a double. Take that down to a 3. 4. 2. And a 1. And let's take that up to that, and that up to that, and full weight offset so, and that down to 12. Okay, now this is already looking a more stable ship. Already looking a more stable ship. So that's gone massively problematic. Now we're 0.5%. So if we take that down to standard, many instead, and we take that up to, I don't know, I think 11 inches at the moment. We now have to think about our secondaries. see. Oh, I am now well over the timing I was supposed to be out over. But, yeah, we'll sort this out. So they're going to be like that as well. And we'll make them 4.5-inch guns. And that is now very overweight, and the roll and the pitch are all interesting. So let's see what we can do to do that. Does that have an effect on the roll? Does. Now, put those up to 5 inches in terms of the velvet. And let's go increase this and see what that has on it as an impact. Take the aft belt down, aft deck down to 4. That's that. Has the impact of stability within reasonable limits been mitigated at all with the ascendance of VLS over us? No, VLS can similarly cause fun. In fact, they regularly do cause similar fun. So, overweight by 4,000 tons. My aft weight offset is massive. What can we do to reduce the aft weight offset by enough to get us down to that level we want to be happy with? I'll take this down to 20. That doesn't have that much effect on pitch. It does have a lot of effect on pitch. Aft belt. 4 inches. Aft deck. 3 inches. Fore deck. 5 inches. That down to 6, that down to 2, that down to 4, 3. So 1,000 tons over. What can I do? Hello. I need to go get some food. I just realised the time. Forget. I might have to delay brew ships a bit this evening. Not by much, just enough to get some food. I'm wondering if this is going to come out with too many compromises for me to be happy with it. That's the sort of level I'm sort of worrying at now. Well, Queen of the Class are looking pretty cool, but their aft is far heavier than it's supposed to be. So I'm not quite sure why it's quite so heavy. Hey, it's just not working today. Yes, I'll go order food. I will go. I will see. Right, thank you very much, everyone. I'm gonna leave you here with an uncompleted Queen of the class, which I'm just gonna delete, and we will start again next time. Just remind me next time I need to build a new battleship. Take care, everyone. Thank you.